Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Seruni Adlan Dwiyanti. In my opportunity, I would like to present you my final proposal entitled Language and Emotion Analysis on Summer's Utterances as seen on June 2018 movie in Semantic Analysis. First of all, I will show you the table of contents. The first is background of study, second is research question, third is objectives of study, fourth is significance of study, fifth is literature review, sixth is theoretical framework, seventh is method of research, and the last is paper organization. So the first is background of study. Before we are doing some research, we used to know why we are choosing the subject. In this case, the researchers choose the June 2018 movie to be the subject because this movie won America Black Movie Festival 2018, and this movie won 2018 SXSW Special Jury Award in category Narrative Fiction. And also the researchers interested in the conflict of this movie because and the researchers found that the emotion of the main character is unstable, and the researchers want to know that do the emotion of the main character affect her utterances. And the last is why the researchers choosing this movie, because this movie has never been analyzed using theory, language, and emotion in semantic approach. And what is the conflict of June 2018 movie? There is a controversy when Summer, the main character of this movie, decided to be Muslim and wearing hijab. Tapi, her friend denied her to join their dance club if she is wearing it. Summer posts a photo with a sexy outfit and her veil in her social media Instagram with a caption Halal Hotis. It became issue and spreading. Summer got trouble when the cleric get advice in front of all of worshippers, and one of them is her crush named Tahir. She feels guilty and her mother was very upset. Then Summer went to her crush house, which was Tahir, and to relax her mind. But they did something forbidden in their religion. Tahir's parents knew it and chased her away. Summer was depressed and goes to her father's house. In there, her parents tried to calm her. Finally, when Summer got the message of the University of Art that she is accepted in that university, which is her dream college, the situation becomes calm and comfortable atmosphere. The researchers found that the emotion of this main character when she becomes Muslim is unstable, and she got many trouble in her life after she becomes Muslim. So what the researchers want to do? The researchers is using theory, language, and emotion by Zoltan Kovacs and the theory of metaphor by Lakoff and Johnson to solve the problem of the object. Zoltan Kovacs claims that there are 9 basic emotions in English. There are anger, sadness, fear, love, loss, happy, pride, shame, and surprise. Also, Lakoff and Johnson claims that many metaphors are conceptual in nature, and metaphor also important devices to cognitive jobs, which is uh, the human thought process. So the researchers choose this theory because it can solve the problem. And the second is research question. The research question that the researchers want to answer is, first, what kind of metaphor that is used by main character in June 2018 movie? And second is, what kind of emotion that is used by main character in June 2000 movie? And the third is, what is metaphor of emotion that is used by main character in June 2018 movie? And the third is objective of study. As we discussed previously, the objective of study are to find out what kind of metaphor, the kind of emotion, also to find out what is metaphor of emotion that is used by main character in June 2018 movie. And the fourth is significances of study. The significances of study, first is the research. This research aims to the knowledge of the theory of language and emotion in semantic approach. And second is, this research is expected to be a reference for the other researchers to research about the theory of language and emotion in semantics. Hopefully, this research will be useful for language development science. And the fifth is literature review. There are 4 previous research that the researchers found. The first is the thesis by Harunisa 2018 entitled An Analysis of Metaphor Used by the Main Character in Moana Movie in Semantic Approach. This research used the same theory with this research, the thesis, because they are using theory metaphor and emotion by Zoltan Kovacs. This research found 3 types of metaphors. Those were structural metaphors, orientation metaphors, and ontology metaphors. Also, there are found 6 types of emotion in this Moana movie. There are anger, fear, happiness, sadness, pride, and shame emotion. And the second research is journal by Edward Watuna 2014 entitled The Using of Language in Expressing Emotion of Joy of Stephanie Meyer on Twilight Saga movie in psycholinguistic analysis. This journal explained the emotion of joy of the main character in Twilight Saga, Stephanie Meyer, that contained 5 series. They found that the characters' emotion of joy in this movie affect when they are using language. For example, if someone feels happy, they are using exclamation words, jokes, surprise words, aggressive words. This journal analysis is using psycholinguistic approach. Meanwhile, this research is semantic approach. And the third research is by Darsita Suparno 2017 entitled The Usage of Emotion Word that Represented Baku Sedu. This journal analyzed the emotion word that represented Baku Sedu by using combined theory of linguistics and sociology of literature. And this research found that emotion words in Baku Sedu function in society, namely words and phrases which cover human character, such as working as a mercy of God, discussion to solve problems, physical character, and several kinds of emotion words such as positive, neutral, and negative. And the last research is by Nur Hayati, 2005, entitled "The Emotion Language of Career Women in Makassar." This research explained the emotion of 50 career women in Makassar. This research found 19 kinds of emotion words of career women. They are anger, joy, sad, distemper, fear, praise, assertive, satisfied, cynical, cheerful, worry, sympathy, cranky, wonder, happy, suspicious, envy, and amazed. These 19 kinds of emotion words happen on career woman's life. And the sixth is theoretical framework. The theory that used by this research is the metaphor and emotion by Zoltan Kovacs, which is language and emotion. As we know previously that Kovacs claims that there are 9 basic emotions, and the emotion of and he claims that the emotion of someone affects in someone's utterances. For example, when someone feels angry, he usually say a word like shit. That means he feels everything is wrong and unexpected. And the second theory is by Lakoff and Johnson. This theory claims that there are 3 types of metaphor. The first one is structural metaphor, orientation metaphor, and the physical metaphor. Seventh is methods of research. The type of this research is using descriptive qualitative because this research analyzes the script and dialogue of Summer, the main character of June 2018 movie. John Creswell said that qualitative research is an approach for exploring the understanding the meaning individual or groups describe social or human problems. Second is data source. The sources of this research is June 2018 movie. The primary data is June 2018 movie, and the secondary data is Summer's utterances and the June 2018 movie script. Data collection technique. The researchers use the document technique to collect the data. According to Glenn Bowen, that the document analysis is as qualitative methods. Document contain text, words, and images that have been recorded without the researcher's intervention. And the last is data analysis technique. The researchers use several steps to analyze the data. First is identifying the kind of metaphor. The second is identifying the kind of emotion, and third is classifying the metaphor and emotion in Summer's dialogue, and discovering the effect of language and emotion in Summer's utterances. Fifth is giving explanation the effect of language and emotion in the Summer's utterances. Sixth is describing factor of the effect of the emotion in the Summer utterances. And the last is drawing the conclusion. And the last is paper organization. This paper divided into 4 chapters. Chapter 1 is describing about background of choosing the subject, why the researchers choose this object, and explain about the language and emotion. And chapter 2, there will be an analysis of language and emotion by Summer Atarasis on June 2018 movie using Covax's and Lakoff and Janssen theory. Chapter 3 will be their explanation the effect of language and emotion in the Summer's Atarasis, and the last is chapter 4. There will be conclusion and suggestion. Thank you everyone for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.